What's up everyone, Darcblade here with a breakdown of the Monster Hunter World Iceborne Developer Diary 2. The developer diaries for Monster Hunter World as well as Monster Hunter World Iceborne are great little presentations put together by the Capcom dev team, giving viewers and fans insight and information into upcoming patches, or in this case, entire expansions. But however, they are a little bit long at times, so I hope with this video to break down all the information into a bite-sized video, just to give you an idea of what's to come when Iceborne releases in September. So in the Developer Diary 2 we had once again Ryozo Tsujimoto, Kaname Fujioka, as well as Daisuke Ichihara presenting all of today's information. And their presentation opened with a new trailer, the Old Everworm trailer, a story-heavy trailer, giving us a teaser of what to expect when it comes to story cutscenes. It also showed off gameplay from Velkhana, Barioth and Brachydios. The trailer in full can be viewed elsewhere on the channel, or alternatively go to the Monster Hunter channel to view it there. But after they showed off the trailer, the developer diary started. First of all, they started to talk about the story of Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and whilst not revealing too much, they gave us hints at what to expect in the upcoming expansion. I won't go into too much details here, as when it comes to stories, there's always spoiler territory, so we'll move on to the next section, which was meeting the monsters. This is the section where they went over new and returning monsters to Monster Hunter World Iceborne that haven't already been talked about. So they talked about the returning monster of Brachydios, including its use of slime, and they were also saying that experienced monster hunters will have to be wary because they've added a few new moves to this flagship monster. They then went on to talk about Barioth, another returning monster from Monster Hunter Tri, and they gave hints that the monster will actually use the environment against players. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works. However, this means it may be restricted to just one location, but we'll have to wait and see. They then went on to talk a bit more about Acidic Glavenus, which has already been revealed, this new Glavenus subspecies. The whole idea behind its tail this time was to resemble a longsword. The normal Glavenus, its tail is supposed to resemble a greatsword, but this one they wanted to change it up a bit, so when the tail is in full force, it will look more like a katana than a giant slab of metal. They then hinted at other subspecies coming, but they didn't go into any more detail. They did show pictures of Tobikidachi, Paulimu and Puke, probably hinting at the subspecies we've already seen for those. They then finally showed off a new monster for Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Namiel, a water elder dragon. Whilst they didn't go into too much details, and the only action we've seen it in-game is a teaser at the end of the Old Everworm trailer, it's definitely an interesting looking dragon. It definitely looks like a monster you would find at the bottom of the ocean using bioluminescence to attract its prey. So I cannot wait for Capcom to reveal more about this monster. Anyway, Capcom then went on to talk about the Boa Boa, which are basically the feline or Gajalaka, basically the wild cats that inhabit the Hoarfrost Reach. They wear popo furs and are quite nomadic, using spears to attack their monsters, and much like the Gajalaka and Grimalkin, you're going to have to befriend them through feats of strength. Once that is the case, they'll be your friends assisting you in your hunts. Also when it comes to the Grimalkin, Gajalaka and Boa Boa, once you befriend them, you'll gain access to the raider rides. So befriending each tribe in each location basically gives you access to that region's specific raider ride. Anyway, after talking about the Boa Boa and the raider rides, they then went into more details about Velkhana. Velkhana is being shown off at Gamescom at the moment, so hunters will get to experience that hunt a little bit. They did go on to talk about the various moves and maneuvers the monster has, being able to create pillars of ice that a hunter can potentially use to their advantage, the fact that it coats itself in an icy armour, and when attacking it while it has armour, it will chip away at the frozen protection, ultimately reducing Velkhana's command over its ice abilities. But that was about it for the monster information that was shown off during the developer diary. They then went in to talk about the title update information, basically the day one patch for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Now this part of the developer diary was huge, and I will be covering this in a patch video. Let's just say that there was lots of changes to the weapons, moves, abilities and more. Lots of nerfs, lots of buffs, but as I said, this will be covered in a dedicated patch video which should be out later today. Anyway, after talking about the patch and the update, the developer diary then went on to talk about the product information. This is basic stuff, basically talking about the release date as well as the various versions of Monster Hunter World Iceborne you can purchase. They've covered this multiple times, and I've covered this already on the channel multiple times. The game is releasing on September the 6th, and there are multiple versions you can buy. If you own Monster Hunter World already, you can buy the digital Iceborne version to upgrade your game, or alternatively, if you haven't dived into Monster Hunter World at all yet, you can buy the Master Edition that includes both the base game and its expansion. There are also digital deluxe versions available, and if you pre-order, you gain access to the Yukomo layered armor set. They then went on to talk about the Guardian armor set. This is a new armor set going to be made available to everyone in Monster Hunter World. This is releasing on September the 4th, and this armor set is basically a defense heavy armor set, allowing a player to pretty much go through the entire base game without having to worry too much about their build. So players who have yet to get to that Hunter rank 16 and have seen the credits play from the base game can use this to level up quite quickly. Now, to access Monster Hunter World Iceborne, you need to be at Hunter rank 16 and have had the credits of the base game play. So basically you have to have finished the main story of Monster Hunter World before you can dive into Monster Hunter World Iceborne. They then talked about a new feature they're adding, the Hunter Helper. This is a new function, similar to SOS in a way, I guess, where hunters can help the rank below them. So master rank hunters can help high rank or low rank hunters, high rank hunters can help low rank hunters, so on and so forth. And as well as getting a trophy and achievement for this, Hunter Helpers will also receive rewards. These can take the form of silver Wyverian prints or even gold Wyverian prints, so they could be well worth doing. And finally, Capcom answered a question that I've been wondering about for quite some time, and they talked about pendants, or what are pendants. In short, basically they're customizable decorations for your weapons. These are little trophies and trinkets that you can attach to your various weapons, and they're achieved by helping players through the Hunter Helper system or by progressing through the story. I believe they're purely decorational and cosmetic. I don't think they're going to have any impact on gameplay whatsoever. I think it's just a chance to show off what you've earned. However, there is a little bit of a darker side I'm a little bit wary of when it comes to these pendants. I hope they don't go overboard too much with putting these in the form of microtransactions, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that's about it for the Developer Diary 2. As I said, I will be doing a separate video going over the patch notes, as this took up the majority of the Developer Diary stream, unfortunately. But even removing that from the equation, there was still quite a bit of information they gave us. So if you're at all interested in what you've heard in this video, go check out the full Developer Diary. I'll leave a link down in the description below. And until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you an information video breaking down the Developer Diary 2 for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.